Hello and welcome to this session on logistic regression. Today we are going to discuss about a supervised learning algorithm called as logistic regression. So we have seen in supervised learning there are two types of algorithm. One is regression, the other one is classification. Logistic regression is basically a classification based algorithm. The name is regression, but it's a classification based algorithm. So logistic regression is a classification algorithm. It is used to predict a binary outcome. So whenever we have target variable in the binary format, like either 1 or 0, yes or no, true or false. So whenever we have target variable in the binary format or dependent variable in the binary format, then we will be using logistic regression. So it's basically a classification based algorithm under supervised learning. So what are the real life challenges? Like when can we use this logistic regression? So let's take some example. Like in gaming, to figure out, okay, win versus loss. So if in a game somebody is going to win or somebody is going to lose, now this is a binary outcome where we can implement logistic regression. Similarly in sales, buying versus not buying, somebody buying a particular item or a product versus not buying a particular product. So here, like suppose we want to classify and see there is a particular product and if people are going to buy it or not. So in those kind of scenario also we can use logistic. Some other examples like marketing response versus no response. Like after doing marketing, is there any response or no response from the customers? Credit card loans, defaulters versus non-defaulters, operations attrition versus retention, websites click versus no click, fraud identification, fraud versus no fraud, healthcare cure versus no cure. So in all these kind of real life challenges or problems where we see binary outcomes being involved, we can use logistic regression in those cases. Now, if you look at types of logistic regression, it's of two types. Binary logistic regression, where we can predict the binary outcome. So it is mostly used when your dependent variable or your target variable is dichotomous. That means binary. Like, will a customer buy life insurance or not? Yes or no. That kind of scenarios we can use logistic regression. There is one more logistic regression called as multinomial logistic regression. So logistic regression can also be used when your outcome is more than two. Like basically to take example, like which political party or a person is going to vote for, like Republican, Democratic or Independent. So here we have more than two variables, so it's called as multinomial. So in those kind of scenarios we can use multinomial logistic regression. Why not use linear regression or any linear model? See here, suppose we are trying to find out if a person is going to buy a burger or not based on their age. Suppose we have to analyze a problem statement and see how buying burger is related with respect to age. So we have a independent variable here as age, and bought burger or not is our dependent variable. Now here bought burger will either be yes or no. It will always be yes or no. So you can see these dotted points. So these dotted points or dotted values are showing us here with respect to age if somebody bought or didn't bought. So at the top one, no means didn't bought and yes means that person bought with respect to different age. Now here we have certain values, and when we try to fit a line, so here we cannot fit a straight line. So we have already seen in linear regression we can fit a straight line because the data is linear. So when x is changing, y is also changing at similar amount, but here it's not possible. Here we see that data are fully scattered, so they are like very much away from each other, right? So yes and no are very much away from each other. So in this kind of scenario we cannot use any linear model like a linear regression. We cannot fit a straight line here. If we do that, we will have so many errors here. So we know that error is y predicted minus y observed, right? So or you can say observed minus predicted. So here observed points are this dotted points and predicted point is lying on this particular line. So when we try to figure out the error, where we try to find out the error, we'll see there will be a lot of errors in this particular scenario. So now from this we can make out that we cannot use linear regression in this kind of scenario. So what kind of line can we fit here? So we can fit a line like this, okay, which looks like a S line. So this is a little bit better line, okay, which we can fit. Rather than having a line which is straight, we can use this kind of S line. Now this line actually maps probability to the observed data point, okay, so it will map probability. So we'll discuss more about this line. So this line is particularly called as logistic function. So here basically what we want to do in our particular scenario, we have to predict if like somebody is going to buy a burger or not based on their age. So this model is basically trying to predict probabilities between 0 and 1. Okay, so when you use logistic function, it will try to predict the values based on probability, and this is always S-shaped. So there are a lot of S-shaped curves. Here we are using logistic model. So here it is given by probability equals 1 by 1 plus exponential value of beta naught plus beta 1 x, or log e of p by 1 by p equals b naught plus b1 x, or beta naught plus beta 1 x. The function on the left here, that is log e of p 1 minus p, is called the logistic function. So this function basically predicts probabilities of the value between 0 and 1. So what is the probability of somebody buying the burger versus not buying the burger? Okay, so we can map probability to our data points to see what is the actual certainty behind something. So now here we have something called as decision boundary. The fundamental application of logistic regression is to determine a decision boundary for a binary classification problem. Now here suppose if you see, like we have two classes, green one is class 1 and red one is class 2. Okay, so here it will be class 2. So basically we have two classes here. Now you have to predict, or you have to separate both the classes. Now here we are doing a classification. Now to do that we need to have a decision boundary. This decision boundary, you can see this line, this dotted line. So this dashed line, it's a decision boundary. So this will separate our classes. Okay, so this is the main thing which we have to find out here in logistic regression. Now to do that we have something called a sigmoid function. This sigmoid function, like suppose we are trying to find out logistic regression for any parameter. So sigmoid function for a parameter, suppose z, can be represented as follows. That is g of z, that is, or you can say z, equals 1 by 1 minus e to the power minus z. Okay, so this is our sigmoid function. So note that the function always lies in the range of 0 to 1, boundaries being asymptotic. So this will always lie within 0 to 1. So this gives us a perfect output representation of probabilities too. Now here if you see, like basically you can see this line, this S kind of line, right? So we just saw earlier this S line. So this is our sigmoid line. This is also called as sigmoid line. And here at the center we have something called as decision boundary. This blue color line which you see is our decision boundary. Now once we use the sigmoid function and then we find out the decision boundary, then we can decide on our dependent variable or target variable to which class does it fall. Now here one more thing in logistic regression is cost function. We have already studied cost function in linear regression, and we understood that cost function is a parameter which defines the amount of error which is there. Now when we calculate cost function for linear regression, it's different. Basically we calculate mean squared error in that case. Here the cost function is a little bit different because here we are using logistic function or sigmoid function. So here cost function is going to be different. Cost function for logistic regression is given something like this. That is j theta equals minus 1 by m summation of y into log of h theta x plus 1 minus y into log of 1 minus h theta x. So this h theta x is nothing but this is the predicted value and y is our observed value. Okay, so we have seen in linear like y minus y pred, right? So y is our observed value, y pred is our predicted value. So here predicted value is represented as h theta x. So here cost function is given as minus 1 by m of summation of y into log of y pred plus 1 minus y into log of 1 minus y pred. So this is our cost function here, okay, for the logistic regression. Now here to basically see the implementation of logistic regression, we'll be going through a practical, and in the next lecture we'll be going through a practical to see how this logistic regression is implemented in Python. Thank you.